Hi, I'm LDS in Medium, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to try to bring religion and spirituality closer together, and this is what this pod is all about. I will talk about my own thoughts and feelings as I am both LDS and have spiritual gifts, something that I've had my whole life, but I always thought that it was hard to combine these gifts with my religion. This has torn me into two directions, and I have talked to many people who feel the same way. I can't choose not to have my spiritual gifts, but I can choose how I use them. And I always want to use them for good and to help others. I believe my heavenly parents gave them to me for a reason. So, this is me. Join my quest for knowledge. This is episode 4, Chris Duncan, Magnetic Mind.
So he went on saying that once you realize and accept you can have everything you want, abundance, joy, family, love, health, and fun, and you fully understand that you can create it all, you will realize that there is nothing you can do to be more worthy. You can't be more good enough. You can't be more significant, and you can't be more capable. You can't belong more, and you are perfect now. So how can you create a true end result that you love? Well, he has something that he calls the core 4 choices to reorient yourself. So here are Chris Duncan's core 4. I choose to be the predominant creative force in my life. I choose to love my life. I choose health and vitality. I choose to live my true nature and purpose. Since I am from Sweden and I thought 2 of them were a little bit more complicated than the other 2, then we switched it around a little bit. We were talking about it and we said the first one can be I choose to be the creator of my life, and then I choose to love my life. And that one is actually like, well, you could either love your life or hate your life, and that's the choices that you have. And if you hate your life, I would really suggest that you do something to change it into a life that you would love instead. And then I choose health and vitality, and I choose to follow my divine truth, and I choose to live my soul purpose. You had an example when it comes to the third one, I choose health and vitality. You had read something by Eben Alexander?
Yeah, Eben Alexander is this neurosurgeon that got a severe infection in his cerebral spinal fluid and was in a coma for 7 days, and no one thought that he'd survive it. And during that time, he had a near-death experience. And his brain was basically eaten by bacteria. And so his brain wasn't functioning, and no one thought that he'd wake up and be not anything more than a vegetable. Anyways, he did. He regained full memory and everything. It took him a while to come back, but he's fit for fight now. And he talks about it. And what he says is the most important thing is love. And he said, what I do now is I spend more time with the people I love. Because in the end of the day, love is all that matters. And I thought that was really interesting because health and vitality, where do you get health and vitality? For me, it's by being with the people I love. It gives me health and vitality, and then I need to work out some. But it's the energy of being around the loved ones that are important for me.
Yeah, and I'm talking about this in my course also, the New Year, New Me course. And what people mostly regret on their deathbed is that they worked too much and missed too much of their lives when their children grew up, or didn't spend enough time with their family and friends. So, to round off, something that struck a chord with both of us was the solution that Chris Duncan has for these limiting beliefs. And we actually did one. If you listen to the first January episode and the meditation that was there, it was a meditation recode. I hope you listened to it. If you haven't, go back and try it, because it did change actually my life, and I'm pretty sure that it changed yours too. So talk a little bit about these recodes.
It's actually pretty simple, yet brilliant. Instead of putting the effort into hours and hours of therapy, he just have this version of not a quick fix, because it's not a quick fix, but you take help from your higher self, your superconscious. And in your superconscious, the superconscious is just here to serve you. All the limiting beliefs that you have, it's limiting beliefs that you actually created in yourself. And the superconscious is just there to aid you. It helps you and upholds the limiting beliefs in order for you not to get hurt. So what can you do? Well, you can talk to your superconscious through the recodes and ask them to change it into the new reality that you actually desire. During these 5 days, we got to experience recodes, and that was just mind-blowing, let me tell you. I was out of it. I felt how it worked in all of me. I was just sitting there. I couldn't open my eyes. I felt the process in my body, and I felt so much easier afterwards, and I felt the resistance just melt away. It was just wild. How was your experience?
Well, can you just describe how your body felt and a little bit more about that? Do you remember?
I felt the push and pull, but then he just goes in and says, do massive change history. And it was just that it kind of went in and reprogrammed how I thought. And I was left with this sense of awe because it took maybe 20 minutes and resistance that I've experienced my entire life just melted away. And I was like, this cannot last. But it has lasted so far. I feel so much lighter in some areas, and this is something that I'd like to play a little more with, that I'd like to create a little more with and see how far can we take this. And so this is kind of going to be my pet project this year, to do different kind of recodes in different aspects of limiting beliefs, to see how that can help me and help you. One thing that I'd like to work on is fear, because I have still so much fear inside of me that I need to address, because it's holding me back in my creation. But it doesn't have to take hours and hours of therapy, because you don't need to be fixed. You can create the person, the new you, and I think about it as shedding the skin. I said that in the recode that I did. Like a snake doesn't reuse the skin. Once it's outgrown it, he just leaves it behind. And it's the same with you. You can shed the skin of the old you and step into the power of the new you that you create and that you want to become. You're the creator of your own life. You're the manifester. You're it. You're the divine being. So let's do this together and have some fun this year. And until next time, be the light, share the light, spread the light, shine. This is my journey. Thank you so much for keeping me company today. Please download, like, share, and subscribe, and help spread the light and spread the word to expand our community. Let's bring more love, peace, and unity to this world. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Always be grateful, kind, and loving. Be brave and remember to step out of your comfort zone and smile. If you support us on Patreon, you will get access to our meditations and extra materials so you can download them as MP3. Also, we now have a Facebook group, which you can access from our Facebook community. Please answer the questions as you apply to participate. It will be a safe haven where we can keep discussing religion and spirituality, our spiritual gifts, and self-development. Remember, one person can make a difference, but together we can change the world.